Hi, I'm Nick Bonner for treestuff.com.
Hi, I'm Micah Haenssler. I'm a product development engineer at Notch.
And Mike and I, we work together to bring the Notch Swinger to market. We're going to talk a little bit about that, but Micah, first, as a product development engineer, what does that mean and what do you do?
Yeah, so in my day-to-day, I get to create products from inception all the way through to production for across all of the Notch equipment products that we have. It's really exciting for me because we can take something as simple as an idea and expound upon that in a way that really shows new product development, problem solving, and coming out with something that's really awesome.
And that's kind of what we did here, right? We took something that was really simple, a drawing and a concept, and turned it into this beautiful product.
Correct.
What are some of do you work specifically on Arborist industry things, or do you also work on other industries?
Yeah, so I work in the arbor industry, and I also work in some of the other parallel industries that we service as well, such as fire and rescue, tower wind, and rock climbing as well.
That's awesome. And are there some other Arborist products in the cooker right now, or the things you're working on?
There's always stuff in the cooker. We got a lot going on here at Notch, and we're excited to keep launching new products every year, and we're excited to have some new stuff coming out.
Awesome. So, we'll look at the Swinger here for a second. We were talking between teams, and the idea of making a tool carrier came up. And I sent you a drawing, and it was like a U shape,
Yep.
right? And the bottom dropped.
Yep.
It was like pretty impractical.
Yeah.
But we talked through it, and we talked through kind of how people use these things, right? You somehow turned that into this, which is incredible. But it wasn't just as simple as making a carabiner gate go both ways, which is what I told you, right? I said, just make the gate go both ways, Micah.
Yes.
And how did you do that?
So that did take a lot of time. There's a lot of iteration and problem solving that goes into product development, specifically for a tool like this, which in all intents and purposes, people think is relatively simple. You have basically a carabiner shape with a gate, and it just goes both ways. Well, there aren't gates that go both ways out in the world for carabiners, and that's for good purpose. It is really difficult to do repeatedly, over and over again for years. So this is something that we really wanted to work on with this product, was to make it repeatable, it doesn't wear down, you have good life expectancy of the product, and that it's serving our customers' needs to the best of their abilities. And that's what we came up with this product. So in essence...
You bought a carabiner testing machine to test that, right?
Yep.
You just bought one right off the shelf.
No, we actually developed it in-house. So we built a carabiner testing machine to come up with a way to test the cycles on this product. Because again, at the end of the day, our arborists are going to be using these products, and we want to make sure that they last as long as we can possibly imagine them to. So that was the big thing for us, was testing over and over again.
I begged you to turn it off that day during the meeting. It was like, and he wouldn't turn it off in this thing. How many cycles did you run?
So we ran 30,000 cycles that day.
30,000 just that day?
Yeah.
And how many total cycles did you guys run across the testing?
60,000 cycles on that. Yep.
Wow, that's incredible. So designing the gate was difficult. Can you tell us how does the gate work?
Yeah,
how is it different from a normal carabiner gate?
Exactly. So this gate is completely different. The way that it forms or it performs on the inside is 100% different than any other gate on the market. Most gates will have a spring on the inside, as you can imagine, with a little piton in there that will stick into the metal of the body. And as you depress the gate, it deforms the spring kind of in a sideways function to really open and close the gate. The problem with this one is that now we have to make it go in the outside way as well to swing out. Again, there was not a lot on the market to really go by for an understanding of anything that would perform in that function. I looked at things from, bicycles to even glasses. So certain glasses will have the frames on the side. So it will bend out. So that was something that I even dove into, and I bought a bunch of glasses to look at what can we do in this.
But you had this really specific constraint. The gate had to return to perfect zero,
Exactly.
not to like one or to -1. Like it had to be dead center every time.
Yeah, so that was the biggest challenge for this, was not only is this gate going to open both ways, but you need to be right back in the center to lock it. I can't have this gate coming in here or coming out here. Again, once I looked at like the glasses, for example, they always folded back all the way to the middle, and so it wouldn't work for me. So we came up with this really unique W shape up inside the gate here, underneath the horn, and that provided us for a ball to roll through this detent to keep you in the zero spot, so that you can open and close and lock the gate anytime, depending on what way you do it.
And it's a little ball bearing, so it's actually also uniformly spreading the wear.
Correct.
So that's why it's going to perform to the heavy cycle testing.
Exactly. Yes.
So you guys had the gate. That took forever. Still, we had to put it in a frame. We had to make it look cool, right? And we had to hit a couple other features, right? We had to do the appropriate gate clearance. You guys wanted to account for the chainsaw thing. And then there's the racking horn. What can you tell us about engineering and building all those into the frame?
Exactly. So, as we're developing this, we're really looking at this dual swinging gate as, the main feature set within this product. On top of that, we're also trying to create the best tool carrier on the market. So for everyone else's, preconceived notions on what a tool carrier is, we want it to be better than that. So there is a racking horn. This is a very large opening here for you to rack different tools and whatnot. And you have a very large belly here that you can put a lot of products in, as well as this lanyard attachment point on the bottom where you can either fit a carabiner or girth hitch a lanyard through this as well. So all of those features were encompassed within this product as we were going through the development and the design of it to come up with, again, what we believe is the best tool carrier on the market.
In terms of harnesses and compatibility, did you test it just with notch harnesses?
No, so we did test this with every harness on the market that we could get our hands on, and that was something, again, to make sure that this would encompass across every brands. Even though as a notch designer, I would love for the world to only wear notch harnesses, but I understand that people will choose other harnesses, and so we want them to use the best products in their use cases.
In terms of ID, or what we call ID, like the way the product looks, do you do that? Do you work with a team that does that? How does it come to life? Because it really, when you're designing it, it's just rectangles and flat lines.
Correct. So it depends on the type of product that we're working on. I do the industrial design work on this, so I will make the form and make it look cool, if you will. That may come before we get to the functional testing if we kind of have a very specific design in mind. Or in this case, I really wanted to make a functional prototype because this was a very specific way for the gate to open and close. Once we figured that out, we knew the constraints of the product size, then we could build out the unique design based off from that.
Micah, I think this is just an awesome product. We got a patent, obviously. Micah and I got a patent on this, and man, we couldn't have brought it to life without your expertise and commitment to it. And I mean, what a cool thing to see something that you come up with on a piece of paper, like turn into such a cool real life product. And people are writing reviews on it. Everybody's talking about it on social media. It's really popular.
People love it.
Yeah. So, high five, man. I mean, you did it. You did it. Like, you brought it to life. It's awesome. It's really cool.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun with this. The cool thing about product development is it's not linear, it's up and downs. You have a lot of highs, a lot of lows, but just coming through there and understanding that you can create a better product for our consumers to use. And we did. We did a lot of testing with our testers out in the field to make sure that we could provide the best product for our users. And we're continually evolving and continually trying to push the process and make better products for everyone.
Get the notch swinger at treestuff.com. And leave Micah a comment. Say thanks, bro.
Thanks.
We could have just made any tool carrier. Instead, we made something sweet.
Yeah, it's way better.